Can you hear me? I'm sorry, guys, but I had some issues with my mic. Just asking the spectators if they can hear me now. I think so. So basically, I was talking for like 5 minutes without even like recognizing my mic was off. So I'm sorry about it. And yeah, oof, what should I say? I said so many things in this 5 minutes. But yeah, for now, thought Ryan is in P1, Ryan in P2, and then Jordan in P3 for now. Ryan actually has potential for pole position as he made a mistake in the last corner, and now he's getting out on track to try and score another lap. I think everyone is now on softs, and drivers are really careful on traffic, which is good. Which is really sportsman-like behavior. But anyway, let's see who is on a lap. It's Carlos, actually. No, he's not. Maybe he got his lap invalidated. It's Kies who's about to start his lap. So let's see what he can do, because let's remember, at Spa he was really quick, and only the strategy kind of screwed this race, but he actually had potential to get P2. And of course, talking about P1, Truck Formula, the one who was leading the championship, has actually left the championship. So this is the best occasion basically for everyone to try and get that shot for a win. And we'll see who will get the most out of it. Ford for now is looking really good. But let's see now Kies, because I don't know why the frame rate is slowing down so much. It should be 60 FPS, but anyway. Usually Singapore is online is usually like glitching a lot and stuff, so I don't know why, to be honest. He gets a purple in second sector, but we know everyone gets a purple in second sector basically. Oh, and Lebanon is actually retired. What's going on? Oh, he just made one lap and then he retired. I hope he didn't crash. Couldn't follow the action of what was going on, but still. Let's see what the drivers can do now. Vinska is now in his hot lap. Kies is about to end this lap, and let's see what he can do. He's a 36.4, which is not a good time, but it's in P9. Kinkiski's in the pits. I think maybe some drivers are actually thinking about starting on mediums directly without even trying qualifying. I think that's what at least Libena would thing to do, but let's see, because this is really complicated to get past people here, and okay, you have the alternate strategy, but it's not really that efficient, because you cannot overtake. And now Kies needs to get out of the way from Ryan, and he does. Ryan is about to he wants to improve his lap, and let's see what he can do. Let's follow him for the whole lap, the Ferrari driver, who is having a good season, but a lot of ups and downs, to be honest. He misses the apex here, so loses quite a lot. Let's see now on the hairpin, nails it in third gear. Wow, he's trying not to stress those rear tires, especially going into the first sector. He wants to have a lot of grip. He's basically matching his lap time, but let's remember, he made a mistake in the last corner, so he's got a lot of potential to cover. And in the meantime, there's Yasin who got into P2 with a 34.4, and Thod has actually improved with a 33.9. So let's see what Ryan can do. Oh, he hits the wall, but it looks all good. He gets the lap invalidated for now. Let's see if someone else is actually finishing his lap. Binska is about to start one. And I think the doctor will start on a lap as well. But Binska goes straight to the pits. He wants to change his set of tires because it's only 5 minutes remaining, so good choice. And right now let's follow the doctor because he hasn't even set a time. And let's see what he can do. He's kind of a rookie, basically. He debuted, he had his debut in Canada, I think. No, last race in Spa. So second race in these tier 2 of Race Spec. Kies is actually retired. Maybe he wants to get P11, maybe thinks he doesn't have potential for a better position, so I think he's like thinking about starting on P11, hoping that the other drivers will improve their lap time. So let's see what the doctor can do on the McLaren. Oh, he locks up in the hairpin. .102.7, which is not bad. Which is not bad. I think he can get P4 and P5. Let's see what he can do. Chicane. Then his left and right hander below the stands. And then last chicane. Oh, invalidation. Oh, and he crashes. Oh, he didn't even lose his front point, which is weird. Lucky enough, now he has. Yeah, he has. So he will have time to change his set of tires and set on a lap. Let's follow Askschwin, who is actually finishing his lap on softs. Yes, he is. Let's see what he can do. It doesn't look like a really good lap, but it puts it into P4, 35.1. Not bad, not bad. And now Tommy's starting his lap. Let's see if actually Jordi's about to start his lap as well. So let's follow Tommy with the Mercedes, Slovakia team. Mercedes, Tommy and Lieben are both from Slovakia. So he needs to get a better result than his teammate for sure. Let's see what he can do. Is he down? Yes, he is just 20,000 of a second down on his lap time. And now, but the most you can gain actually is not the first sector, to be honest, because it's just a slow section and then 2 corners basically in the straight. Of course, it's really important to nail the traction zones, but here that's where you can gain the most. Short shift into 5th, which is good. First gear, then another short shift to 3rd, and 4th again. The car looks really nice and tidy, to be honest, but it doesn't look like a really fast lap, to be honest. But he's improving anyways by 1/10. And let's see how Tommy will end up. He's actually fighting for P6 at the moment, unless he can improve a lot in the first sector, then maybe he can get P4. Let's see, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35.3. Yes, that's what I said, he gets P6 with the Mercedes. And now let's follow George, because he is on his final run, as in 2 attempts down in the second sector. Oh, and he gets the invalidation. What a shame for him. And right now Mr. Lucky now is about to start his lap. Let's see if anyone else is on a lap. Tommy is actually going to the pits after this lap, doesn't want his softs to burn out. And Ryan is actually getting a purple again, so let's follow him. A little bit of too much ERS deployment, to be honest. Maybe he's not lift and coasting a lot, and it's key actually around here, because as I said while I was muted, so no one can hear me, to be honest. But it's a really long track, and it's a really endless race. And Ryan, oh no, and he spins. Oh, he touched it. Yeah, he touched the curb. Went too aggressive on that curb. Didn't get the invalidation, but I guess that's the reward rather than the validation. And right now the doctor is starting his lap, and actually also Kinkiski, who hasn't set a lap time, is now on the last run trying to set a lap. As you can see, track evolution is a really important factor around here, especially in quali, so he's trying to get used to it. And I think Kinkiski got a purple in sector 1, so sit tight, guys, because I think someone can actually beat Thought. Oh wow, he's pushing a lot. He's basically going 1 centimeter away from the walls. Let's go on board with him. Let's see what he can do. Oh, what a good camera, to be honest. This is not the mine. Nice helmet, mate. Let's see here, the airpin. Oh, really slow in the airpin, so... Nah, it's not a pole lap time. I think he's fighting in the midfield for like P6, P7. Some drivers getting the checkered flag already. Qualifying is over. And... yeah, I think Kiski got this lap invalidated, so let's follow the doctor now. The doctor is actually managing ERS better than other drivers, and he gets a 34.6 P3 for him. Yeah, that's key. Track position is key around here. Let's see now Carlos. Carlos doesn't have much time now, so I guess it's qualifying over for him. And let's see now Yaselnev. Yaselnev, he got his lap invalidated as well, and he keeps it into P2. Thought actually didn't even go out, so it was quite self-confident. I think no one is on their final run, so guess qualifying is over. And let's recap. Thought I am for Haas in P1, then Yaselnev in P2, then the Doctor in P3. Ryan gets P4. What a shame for him. Like, he really had a lot of potential, but then he spun in the last corner. He could have had pole position or at least P2, but never mind. There's a really long race coming for us. Eshkshvin on Mercedes, on Alfa Romeo in P5, Jordan in P6, then Tommy, Kurt Boy, Pinska, and Mr. Lucky. The three Italian drivers actually being really close to each other, so this is looking quite good for the race. Let's see if they will get some battles on track. And then let's not forget, Carlos is actually close to Ivan, and we know these two drivers love to fight each other. So there's potential for a really good race, and qualifying is now over. Ryan actually has got a 5 position grid penalty, as well as Kies. Oh, that's not what you want to have, especially on this track, because you're gonna be behind some slower cars than you in terms of pace, and it's gonna annoy you a lot. And we're back. We're back just in time for the start of the Singapore Grand Prix. 31 laps ahead of us. A really long race. Top 10 of course starting on softs, and from P11 they're all starting on mediums. Actually no one is starting on hards, which is kind of strange. I would have gone for hards to be honest, but let's see the start now. The camera is not really good for the start, but still the lights are about to go out, and it's 1 light, 2 lights, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out, and away we go with good stuff from Ford, but Yasin doesn't have a lot of momentum. He gets attacked. Oh, and they're fighting for position. They're all side by side, but actually they give each other a lot of space, which is good. And there's a yellow flag already, and it's Kies. Kies has actually lost it, but I think it doesn't seem to have done damage, at least on this side. Let's see. He has an end plate gone. No, it's not. No, it's not. I think he can keep going. And maybe he spun by himself or just caught by surprise. And Mr. Lucky is now fighting with Vinska. Ryan goes wide. Oh, there are end plates going off. And it's Kurt Boy on the Red Bull. Fodayon is now leading with Yasin in P2, Ashton in P3, and then Tommy. The field is about to now... oh, wow, Mr. Lucky goes really wide. Cars really close to each other, of course. DRS is not a big factor here. And let's see if someone can already pull off a move in the first few laps. Let's see the gap to the leader, because now Kies is actually he doesn't seem to have damage though. I mean, he just lost 10 seconds, but still his race is not over at all. So don't give up and keep going, mate, because the race is really long. And we're ending lap 1 at the moment with Thod in P1, followed by Yasin and the Alfa Romeo Meshkin. The leaderboard is always glitching, of course. Maybe for 2030 we will have a good Codemasters game with good servers, but that's not the topic of our stream. And actually Ryan is pitting. He got some damage maybe with Kurt Boy, and he's now putting mediums. I think Ryan will go for the stopper now, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's lost a lot of time. He didn't have any penalties, so kind of strange. But still, yeah, the field is really bunched up, and there is basically oh, and yeah, no, it's not. I thought yeah, this glitch always tricks me. But Yasin is really close to third. Let's have a look, because here the undercut is really powerful. If you don't get struck on traffic after the first stop, then if you do the undercut you will get the position. Do you remember 2019 with that Sebastian Vettel undercut on Leclerc? Yes, that's exactly how it works here. And now Ryan is in P15. I think he will have a big pace advantage, but still he cannot go to the end with these tires, so he will need to pit again. He will hope for a safety car or something. And actually the top 2 are now starting to pull away from the rest of the field, with Todd putting his fastest lap with a 140.8, and now we're into lap 3. DRS is now enabled, and I think Yasonev will have DRS now. Yes, he has, and he's trying to get closer and closer, but it's not close enough to pull a move. So let's see what he can do in the next few laps. And now Tommy is really close to Ashwin, and the doctor is watching this battle, hoping for some of them to make a mistake, because that's what you need to do basically when you're behind someone at Singapore. You need to get the momentum done when the car in front makes a mistake. Otherwise, overtaking, as I said, it's extremely hard. And ERS is also really hard to recover because there are not so many hard braking zones, so the battery is almost always on. And so let's see what the drivers can do. And Vinska is actually overtaken Ivan. They're fighting, and there's Kinkiski as well, gets better momentum, they touch, and Kinkiski spins. There was, yeah, 3 cars over there, was never gonna end up well. And Kies again is looking feisty with Kurtboy. Kurtboy is actually, and Kinkiski leaves the session, what a shame. Yeah. Ryan said he got... Oh, and Vinska actually has overtaken Jord, who is going to the pits already. Now Kies is pushing a lot, because Kies wants to get the move done. He knows he has better pace compared to the drivers which are in front. Plus, he has the advantage of the tire, because now those softs are going to start to really drop off. So let's see if he wants to have him go. Oh, he's side by side with Kurtboy. Kurtboy leaves the space. Let's see who outbrakes who. And Kies outbrakes Kurtboy. Kies actually gets the move done, and Ryan with the fastest lap of the race. So these mediums are already faster than the softs. And let's see, because I think now Ivan with Vinska and Carlos are scrapping a lot, and Liebenau's there as well. So there's a train of cars which is looking really close to each other, and Liebenau is fighting with Vinska, and Kies is getting the better momentum there. It's 3 wide. No, it's 2 wide with Kies going on the outside. They need to give each other space. Oh, they do, which is good. And Kies gets the move done again on the same spot. Yes, he does. Wow, what a move. And now for Kies, it's P10 for him, which is looking really good for him. And I'm sorry, boys. And let's see how the situation is, because now Kies is really close to Liebenau as well. Yeah, of course, he got a 3-second time penalty, but he needs to push and be aggressive. And now he's about to pull off a move on Liebenau on the outside on turn 1. They are side by side, they give each other space, they touch wheels, and they're still side by side. But Liebenau seems to have a bit of damage, that's why Kies is pushing a lot, trying to get the move done. Let's see if he can get a better exit. Let's go on board with him. He does, and he gets a better exit with DRS. He pushes his battery to the limit, and he gets P7. Wow! Oh my, Kies, what are you doing? This is P7 for you. What a move. He's looking really aggressive, but that's actually what you need to do. That's actually what you need to do. And now already on lap 4, there are some people who are actually already pitting, like Mr. Lucky and Vinska, who will go for sure on the 2-stopper, because, as I said, the mediums won't last the whole race. And in the meantime, Yazelnev is actually like keeping the gap on Ford, being in that DRS range, and trying to see if he can make a mistake, if Ford will make a mistake. I think there are no other battles on track at the moment, but Kies is looking really fast, because he's actually pulled off on Liebenau 8/10, 1 second now. So Kies is really fighting for a podium now. I think he will fight for a podium, because he will have the tire advantage with new hards towards the end of the race. And right now Ford is pitting, Yasin is pitting, the doctor is pitting, everyone is pitting on lap 5. Really soon, no one putting hard. Everyone on a 2-stopper, which is good for Ryan. And now Tommy has actually spun. Oh my, he was in P1. He spins round. And now the medium runners are actually on top. Let's see if Ivan wants to have a go on Tommy. He needs to have a go on Tommy. I think he can make it. He needs to send it. Tommy pulls out of the way, and Tommy... No! Oh, they touch wheels, but I think it's all good, because Ivan doesn't seem to have a lot of damage. But now, the medium runners are getting stuck behind Tommy, because of course, the mediums have a really big tire advantage at this moment. So everyone is pitted from P7 going down. And I think the other drivers, apart from Tommy, will go till lap 8, 9, 10, 9, 11, just to put new hearts. And let's remember, a stop around here is, I mean, the pit entry is really slow, and the minimum speed is also really slow. So the ones who are going on a one-stopper will have an advantage, but let's not forget, a safety car can change anything around here, and it's so easy to get a safety car around here. So look at the train of cars here with Kies, and I think Kies, yeah, gets another 3-second penalty. They're really close to each other. Sector 3, yellow flag. I don't know what's going on. And Kurt Boy has lost it. There's actually, yeah, he's got his front wing broken. And Tommy is now pitting. So now Ivan, Carlos and Kies are fighting for P1 at the moment, because they will only stop once. Wow, this will be a really unpredictable race, because as I said, Carlos is looking really close with Ivan again. The two drivers, he goes on the outside. Carlos, they actually don't touch, they bang wheels a bit, but that's good. They're still side by side, but Carlos has the inside line and gets P1. But look at Kies, because let's go on board with Kies, because oh, and Ivan touches Carlos. Oh no, and Kies gets P1, and there's a VSC. Nobody has actually the chance to go to the pits. No, Ryan did, and Ryan is now in hearts. Ryan doesn't need to stop anymore, so let's look for a full safety car. If there will be a full safety car, then Ryan will have a big advantage. Anyway, I'll be right back, and I'll see you around in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, boys. Safety car. Yes. It is a safety car with Ryan actually spun, and so now, as I said, the doctor has a potential P1 at the moment because it doesn't have any penalties compared to Thod. Tommy in P3, and then Ivan and Ash in P4 and P5. Yeah, Mr. Lucky now needs to push a lot if he wants to overtake these guys. He will have a big tire advantage, big pace advantage, but still it will be hard to overtake here. So, 12 laps to go. The safety car actually doesn't seem like to get back to the pits again. So we'll go around this track for one more lap with the pace car basically setting the pace for the field. This battle for P4 will be amazing. It will be amazing because Ryan is actually going mediums again. Yeah, was a kind of a no-brainer to stay on mediums. Would he get the? Would he have time though to get closer to the field, because he's actually 35 seconds away. He will gain a lot, of course, but still, not what you want to have. When you really want to save your tires basically during your safety car period, but I think you cannot because of that. But I think he will join the pack towards the towards the end of the second sector, I think. But really, I mean, I'm really happy for Ryan, because like that's the lesson you wanna have, especially in this city, in the street circuits. Like, never ever give up. And now Ryan is in P11, still in P11, which is not a good result, of course, but still, he's really close to the field. He now has a chance. So let's hope we won't see other crashes. And the safety car is actually going to the pits. Ford needs to bunch up the field a bit and let the safety car go, otherwise the restart will be a complete mess in a Mugello style. I hope nothing like it will happen, but yeah, the safety car is now into the mini tunnel. So the doctor will be really close, but the doctor actually doesn't need to overtake Ford, so he doesn't need to be that aggressive. So I think we're going green. Yeah, we do. We're going green. We go green. Oh wow, the field is so bunched up with actually... Let's follow Ivan. They're 3 wide, and Tommy. Oh my, they were fighting so close. Oh, Ash. Wow, he wants to get the position on Ivan with Mr. Lucky, a good spectator of this battle. Um, The restart is going on. I'm sorry, I'm having problems with my headphones. Actually now Third is broken the 1 second barrier from Third. And now Carlos is actually overtaking Vinska, but I think they're communicating for each other, and I think Vinska let Carlos by, which is a wise move, to be honest. And now Mr. Lucky is really close to Ash, and Ash is really close to Ivan. Oh my, this is looking good. No, but everyone thinks better of it. Wise move from all the drivers, otherwise it would have been a mess. But actually Ivan is keeping all the cars behind, and everyone needs to get past this guy because he's one of the oldest hard runners. And now Ash is actually really close. I think he will need to wait for... Oh, they touched. Oh, they touched again. Oh, they touched again another time. But come on. And Ivan has lost actually 2 positions. Oh, maybe 3 positions. No. Jord, as a good teammate, doesn't push a lot. So... Thought gets the fastest lap of the race, 2 seconds away from the doctor. Yeah, Thought actually is basically deserving this win. Pole position, fastest lap for now, always in P1, always in the lead. Better pace than anyone else. Is looking really good, and it's really likely we'll get the win. But as I said, it's not that easy around here. And now Ivan is actually holding up basically everybody, and I think now Mr. Lucky is having a go on Ash. Will he get the move done? No. He thinks better of it, and Jord overtakes Ivan. Yes, he does. And let's see Carlos. No. Carlos speaks better of it. I think the drivers are behaving quite well, to be honest, because... Oh, Ryan on the inside of Vinska, what a move! What a surprise move from Ryan! Wow, that's what you need to do. Keeping the driver in front, just catching it on surprise. And oh, and now Kurtboy again on Vinska. Yeah, Vinska is the only one on hards, so he will lose a lot of time. Vinska is now in P11, which is actually last because King Kiski is not racing. Oh, again Mr. Lucky and Jord. Look at Jord. Look at Jord. He's just taking advantage of the momentum lost by Mr. Lucky. But now Mr. Lucky really needs to get the move done. He really needs to get the move done, otherwise he will lose a lot of time, and especially, I mean, he will get P4 anyways, because of course Ash has got some penalties, but still, he will have a lot of pressure from Jord behind, which is not what you want to have, especially in this circuit. So let's follow them for a bit and see if the Italian driver can actually pull it off and get this P4 on track. And Carlos gets the move done on Ivan, and I think Ryan will be next. He gets a better... Oh, wow, they almost touched. Let's follow now Mr. Lucky. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, but, I mean, Ashpin is using a lot of his ERS. Yeah, and Jordan is really close again, but no, yeah, Mr. Lucky doesn't seem to have any batteries, so it would be really hard for him to overtake. Yeah, he really needs to get an eye on George behind rather than in front, to be honest, because as I said, ERS is really hard to save here, and when you lose it, it's really hard to recover. So ERS management is key around here, and that's what actually Thought has done very well, because he still has almost 40% of battery. So let's see what he can do. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 2 of Sector 3, but no, doesn't seem to... Lap 25, and Kurt Boy is gone to the pits to change his tires. I think he had some damage, otherwise I don't understand why. What is going on? Ash is actually keeping the guys behind, which is good. Wow, George is really scrapping around. He wants to get the move done, but as soon as the race goes to the end, of course, the mediums will drop off. So he really needed to get the move done, like 4 or 5 laps ago. Oh, goes really wide. Carlos is still looking good. I mean, Carlos and Mr. Lucky don't have any penalties, and the doctor needs to cover 1 second for Todd. But it's gonna be hard, to be honest, because Todd has been the fastest guy on track all around. So it won't be that easy for him to cover this gap, unless Todd gets another 3-second penalty, which I think he won't do because it's going really conservative. Of course, he doesn't need to push. But anyway, I think the position's kind of crystallized a bit. But George is looking really really close again with Ashwin. It's really hard when you're stuck behind the car and you cannot get past. It's psychologically and mentally, it gets you really frustrated more and more. And actually some drivers have gone on softs, so some drivers will actually try and go for the fastest lap. One of them is Ryan in P10 at the moment, and Kurt Boy in P11. For now, the win is in third sense, and virtual safety car again. What a plot twist. And who's gone to the pits? Oh, Ryan has spun. Oh my, his car is there with a broken suspension. Oh yeah, it was it was a never-ending race for him. But now I think nothing will change because no one will go to the pits, I guess. And now, Mr. Fuck has actually got everybody. He's in P4. I mean, he would have been P4 anyways, but still. Really good for him. Penultimate lap of the race, and actually Todd has made a mistake. He's made a mistake because the doctor is now really close, but the doctor doesn't need to overtake, let's remember that. And oh, Ashwin again with Mr. Lucky, and Mr. Lucky loses 2 positions. He got 2 like 2 laps ago and now he's back in P6. Wow. But that's a plot twist. I mean, Ford, who actually has led the race for every single lap, he maybe cannot win this one. Will he win this one? What do you think? The odds are against him at the moment, so... Last lap of the race. Let's see if the Doctor can get his first win on his second race, which is not bad. And Mr. Lucky is still fighting with Carlos. But I think Mr. Lucky... Oh, and Jordi is in P7 now. He lost 2 positions. Oh, Mr. Lucky goes really wide, and Carlos gets the momentum. Carlos has a bit more ERS compared to the Renault driver. Will they fight it? Will they fight it? Is Carlos going for a move? He's really close. Let's see what he can do. He pulls away. He goes on the inside. And he gets the move done. But let's get on the switchback. The switchback from Mr. Lucky. And actually this fight is basically killing each other's race. Because Ashwin has some penalties. Let's remember. He has 8 seconds worth of penalties. But still, they're losing a lot of time. But right now, let's follow the leaders, because Todd is really close to finish the race in P1. He's led all the race, but he's not gonna win this one unless the Doctor makes a mistake. And he is not. So, Todd wins on track. It's P1 for him. Fireworks at Singapore, but the Doctor on the McLaren gets P1. Fireworks for the McLaren driver, P3 for Tommy at the Mercedes, P4 for Ash, but I think he will lose the position to the 2 Italian drivers in P5 and P6. Let's see what happens. He crosses the line, and he gets a 5-second penalty for good measure. Mr. Lucky gets P4, Carlos gets P5. George, will he get P6? No, he doesn't. And Vinska, the other one without any penalties. See if he can pull something off. P7 for him. He gets a position. Ivan in P9, and then Kurt Boy will end up the race in P10. So GG to all the guys who basically survived. Because, guys, it's so long, this race. It's exhausting. It's frustrating. It's really, really hard. The one who has the best concentration and is the most consistent during the race will win this one. And the Doctor and Ford made a really good job, but that's racing. That's racing, basically. Race over. Champagne time for the McLaren driver. McLaren, Haas and Mercedes for the podium. So, let's recap a bit and then let's wrap it up. The Doctor wins the race in P1, P2 for Todd, P3 for Tommy, Mr. Lucky in P4, Carlos in P5, Ashwin P6, Vinska in P7, P8 Jord, P9 Ivan, and P10 for Kurt Boy. Kinkiski and all the other drivers did not finish the race. So guys, it was a long one, it was a good one. I'll see you next time for the Italian GP. See you next time.